Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for making time to watch this all important video. And if you have been out of secondary school or out of the polytechnic or from any university but just had a diploma or a higher national diploma, and you are planning and thinking about going back to school, then this video is definitely for you. Stick and stay with me.
Hey, since you go, you were made for more. You are just amazing, amazing since you go.
Maybe life happened to you, maybe had to work or you had a family, but you just didn't have the opportunity or time to go back again. But now something inside of you still says that you really want to do this. You are right. It is never too late. Whatever you are thinking is the right one. I'm going to take you through on the journey about 5 things to do or to know. Now, I just want to be honest with you to let you know that going back to school straight after SHS is never the same as pausing for a number of years and deciding to go back again. This actually comes with its own challenges, doubts, and a lot of adjustments. Before you take that bold step, here are 5 things I'd like to take you through to know before you go ahead or proceed with your decision. Here is the first part. Your mindset. Yes, your mindset can make or break you, or will make or can break you. That is the first thing. Your mindset is everything. If you have the right mindset, of course, this is going to not be very easy, but it's going to keep you going. After years of academics, it is easy to doubt yourself, and some of the things you'll be asking yourself is, self-doubt is going to set in. Is this going to be possible? Would I be able to do it? What if I fail? Would I be able to learn all these things? Yes, and those thoughts, because we are humans and we are thinking beings, they are going to be coming, but what you do with them really matters. Of course, you are not the same person you were from SHS. Life has happened to you. You have more life experiences. You have handled more responsibilities, complex ones. And of course, that is where your advantage lies, okay? If you are seeing it from this kind of angle, you've handled a lot. If you are married, you've juggled a lot of things, multitasked and all that. So if you are able to position yourself well, then you have the right mindset. You must be willing to humble yourself to start again. If I say humble yourself to start again, you have been exposed to people and all that now, so you would think that you'll be feeling bossy and entitlement, but this is a time for you to really humble yourself. Going into studies, you may not understand everything. You will struggle, but it's very normal. The key is that you want to stay consistent. You want to stay consistent. Moving on to part 2, you will have to learn how to relearn how to study. Say that with me. You would have to relearn how to study because, of course, you have a lot of responsibilities on your hands already. So you need to find techniques, strategies. Let's face facts. Your brain has been away for some time now from the school mood for years, okay? So you are no longer back in school. You had a routine, from morning you need to prepare, go to class, learn from an hour to the next, go to break, come back from the evening to preps and all that. but now you are probably working, you are probably a family person, you have church responsibilities, and you are going to add on to study. So don't expect to just jump in and get the best out of what you are doing. The struggles will be there. The struggles are real. Here you need to relearn how to focus, how to take notes, how to read to understand, not just scheming, because that is not going to help you. At the end of the day, you are embarking on this journey to get value out of it, to be able to practice in real time what you are getting. So you need to refocus. So you'd have to start small, create a very simple study schedule. If you have to start with even 30 minutes a day, that will go a long way. And most importantly, you would have to find what works for you now and build on that. Most importantly, third part is you must learn to balance responsibilities. Unlike your days in SHS, you just had one thing to focus on, but here you have work, you have family, you have church, you have other things that are pulling you for attention, and school might probably not be your focus. That is fine, okay, but there are days that assignments, interim assessments, unannounced quizzes, the same way work is also going to be demanding from you, for deadlines, from unexpected meetings, the same way family, home, chores. If you have kids are going to be sick when you actually should be learning and all that. You just have to find a balance. You need to find a balance. Yes, that is it. At this point, you would have to learn how to say no to certain things that ordinarily you would have just said yes to, or not think twice about and then just jump on it. You would have to learn how to say no, and you would have to learn how to structure your day. Very, very importantly. And at this time, you should know how to keep a very accurate calendar and always be alert, because unlike SHS where you are mingling with your friends and they're always talking about some upcoming events and all that, this time you are all alone in your house. Nobody even knows you. None of your colleagues have you in mind. Okay, so you'd have to take charge of everything around you. You would not have to wait to feel motivated to do the things that you have to do. You should be disciplined enough to know when to sit yourself down to learn, to know when to sit down to work on your assignments, to submit on time, to know when, discipline. This is the part 4, and I need to prepare you on this. There are times that you may sit in the lecture hall and be wondering, what am I doing here? I don't even belong here. You might be the oldest among your mates, and their conversations will feel a lot more different. Their lifestyle may not match yours, and you would tend to question yourself, did I come too late? And the answer is no. You came in at the right time. Remember, you are not in competition with anyone. You are running your own race, and you are going to do it at your own pace, right? Instead of comparing yourself with others, focus on your journey. You are here at this time because you are not in competition or on the race with others. Some are there because it's the next step. and you are there because you made the decision, right? The difference really matters. Now, moving to the part 5, you'll be stretched, but it will be worth it. Going back to school will stretch you emotionally, physically, I can even add psychologically, and financially. There will be most moments that you would feel like giving up, depending on the circumstances or your circumstances, challenges and happenings around you. You will feel like giving up. And yes, of course, I have had that experience where my results were not speaking anything good, so I just had to drop it, allow it to be. But that is what growth actually is about. You should not always feel comfortable when growing. When the stretch is deep, you should know that the results are going to speak for themselves. So you just have to lean in. As you journey through, able to pass your exams, your midterms, your interim assessments, as you progress gradually, you would realize that everything will be making sense, okay? And although it may seem difficult, you will be able to navigate through regardless the challenges. We are in a nutshell. If you are thinking of going back to school, do not let fear pull you back. Do not let what if I fail, the doubts and uncertainties stop you. You don't need to figure everything out at the same time. You just have to start. Starting with the right mindset, the willingness to unlearn and relearn, to be disciplined. And in fact, who knows, another exciting chapter of your life that would bring something more exciting. Finally, when you make it past that stage, you would realize it's not just a degree you are holding, but a proof to yourself that you never gave up. If this video resonates with you and challenged your mindset, please do all to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much. And also let me know where you have been watching from. I will be reading your comments.
Say she got